Hello everybody, fellow British people, ordinary people. Obviously very much the patriots, but just the ordinary guy at home or the ordinary woman at home. I don't know how many of you will have heard, probably most of you use the internet, probably have. Last night found out that Paul Golding and Jayda have been jailed for going round where child rapists, they'd been accused at the time of child rape, of grooming. Well, they weren't even a grooming gang, were they? They worked in a chicken shop, and a drunk girl went there to ask for directions, and they took her upstairs and gang raped her. So what Britain First did, Jayda and Paul, was they actually made some leaflets up and took them round where these people lived. They tried to confront him as well. Obviously, he wasn't interested. Whilst they were under arrest, you would have thought they would have then been sent to prison on remand. You would have thought so. But no, they were given bail. Not only were they given bail, they was allowed to carry on opening this chicken shop. So young girls would still be going in and out of this place. But that's not the issue. I was going to do this video much earlier in the day. I thought, no, I've got to think about this more. They have had their rights taken away from them. They've got the right to free speech. What they were doing wasn't hate speech. They were stating a fact. These people were then convicted and are spending 20 years in prison. Some might say, well, let justice do its job. But we all know that that doesn't happen. Would it have happened if Britain First hadn't been highlighting it so much, or would it have been swept under the carpet? But Paul Golding is doing 18 weeks in prison and Jayda 36 weeks. And that in prison is a long, long time for someone who has a stance against the evils that people who follow Islam are bringing to this world. Not just to our country, but to the world. I come across so many people online who, we've got to do something. I need to do something. Oh, you need to do something, they would say. Why aren't we doing something? That's a question that I can't really answer, because I'm willing to do anything, anytime. I've been to demos. And I actually didn't used to like them being so well behaved, is the word, because they get you nowhere. You've got to have a feeling of intimidation, a feeling so that they know, God, we might not be safe. We better do something about this. Because they won't do anything all the time. They don't feel that slight bit of intimidation that the people are going to turn on us. All the time we just talk about turning on them. They won't care. They won't give a damn. And they will try and put us down like they are with Jayda and Paul. Don't you think that we really ought to do something for those two? Because this could be the turning point where people actually get off their arses and go and really show that we are not putting up with this bollocks anymore. A leader. Everybody says it. I say it. We need someone to coordinate us. We need someone to come up with a decent idea of where to go, what to do, how to do it. But I know it's difficult for people to do that, because if anything happens in that meeting or protest, whatever, they can be held accountable. But we've got to forget all that. We don't tell them we've got a leader. We don't say, oh, this person is the one who organised it. We just go and do. We rebel lawfully. Being lawful doesn't mean you cannot intimidate those that are destroying our lives. This world is so corrupt, Sorry, I shaved my head the other day and there's some hair sticking out from it. This world is so bloody corrupt and we're being deceived in so many ways. I'm not going to go into that because you'll have people say, oh, well, you're a nutter if you believe all that. But it is a massive deception. And people are realising the more they try to stop free speech and they start looking at everything else, they realise all the lies. Go and have a look on YouTube, please, and you will be astounded. They have got us subjugated so much when we needn't be. We actually don't have to live the lives that we're leading. The rich and the powerful, they're quite happy, obviously, because they're running the world. But back to Paul and Jayda. Are you willing to do anything about it? Because I could try not to swear. But I have had an absolute gutful. I want to do something. I hate living in Sussex. Hate it. Because I know what's going on in this country. The thing is, it's not hit here yet, but I know it's going to hit here. Although, as I've said before, I've had some Islam follower say, I cut my head off. So I took his off, but I didn't cut it off. But we need to come together now. If you're scared, how scared are you going to be when they come to your house to see whether you will change to become a Muslim or not, or they will cut your head off? If you're gay, you won't get that choice. They just cut it off anyway. They might stone you because they might think you're a bit of a girl. I'm not anti-gay, don't get me wrong. Not at all. Not at all. But if you think you're a bit frightened of going and making a stand, imagine the fear when the civil war starts, because it will start. I'm not sure what's going to cause it. Everybody's blaming Islam, but Islam is just a symptom of what the globalists are doing. It's what they're using to try and destroy this country. So yes, it needs dealing with, but if you just deal with that, then they just find something else. You've got to go to the top. And that's not even the government, although it would probably be our first point of call. It's the masters, the ones who are the masters over us. They believe they're our masters, and they're fed up of us. They don't want so many on this planet. So they're devising lots of different ways to try and bring down the population. And none of it's nice. If you don't believe any of this, go and research it on YouTube. But I, for one, would like to go. But it's always London. It drives me fucking mental. But the place to go is London when you want to make a point. But I'm not just talking about a nice little march, have our packed lunch, and then go home again. Or spend 10 hours in the pub and then say what a wonderful day we've had and achieved absolutely fuck all. It's going to take strong people. It's going to take people who believe in their country, but more so people who believe in their families. Because when you're dead and gone, however old you are now, your family has got to carry on with what you have left them. And if you didn't have the guts to fight for their future, then what does that make you? What does that make me? I will fight in any way I have to, intellectually, physically, whatever's needed, because it's that bad. And I'm so angry. I've had my life. I haven't had the hardest life, like some people, but I've had quite a hard life. And it is just, it needn't have happened. We could all be far better off. Right, I'm going to stop there, because otherwise I'll probably start repeating myself. This is just to try and get people to stir and realise that little protest marches, yeah, they look good, but they don't achieve anything. Action is what is needed. They need to feel unsafe. They actually need to feel unsafe because they think the people will turn on them if they don't bloody sort out what is going on, what they've done to us. They won't. We will have to turn on them. But if you're going to do it lawfully, you've got to give them a chance. Don't deserve it, as I say, but we'll give them a small chance. But you must find it in your heart to get to London. When we arrange it, I don't know who's going to arrange it. I'll try again on bloody Facebook or whatever, but that doesn't reach that many people. But we've got to get there, and we've got to make everyone feel uncomfortable that is in the part of the establishment that are shitting on us. That includes the police. They don't give a damn about us. I'd love to think that they would, if we actually turned and said, that's it, enough is enough, I'd like to think they'd say, yeah, we're with you. Come on, guys, let's go. But I'm not so sure they would. Let me know what you think. I'm not interested in your bollocks comments and people being mouthy and trying to be clever. It doesn't mean anything to me. Your opinions mean nothing to me. The only opinions that mean anything is people who've got constructive ideas. If you want to abuse me, you want to say, oh, you ain't got any teeth. Fine. It's right, I haven't got any teeth at the moment, hardly. Get over yourselves. So don't waste your painted fingernails. That's the men I'm talking to. Please realise that this is for real. And we actually need to get Paul and Jayda released. So this needs to happen quickly. Thank you for listening. My name is Will, and I'm willing to hear any ideas that you've got, and if you arrange something, I will gladly attend. Again, thank you for listening.